Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh and good morning for everyone. Okay, for week 12 of soft skill class for this semester, I would like to share with you our discussions about manners and positive values for a leader for part 1, and actually the soft skill element be chapter 6 of lecture note series. Okay, so for the purpose of these discussions, we have 3 LO, learning outcomes, which is number 1 is define manners and positive values for leaders. And number 2 is identify the importance of manners and positive values for leaders. And number 3 is display yourself as the leaders by building up your manners and positive values for leaders. Okay, we go to the definition of manners. Okay, as you can see here, it mentions clearly to us that the meaning of manners actually the usual way in which you behave towards other people, the way you behave on a particular occasion. So from this definition, we get a clear point and understanding that the meaning of manners actually we have to display our good attitude, our good behavior, our appearance toward the others, especially when we are dealing with them in our daily life. Alright, same and similar definition by looking to the second definition of good manners. Okay, as you can see here, actually good manners are related to main element. Number one is personal conduct, and number two is behavior. So good manners is related to personal conduct, means that how you can conduct yourself. This is number one. Okay, be personal conduct, and number two is related to behavior. So from this definition, okay, this two main element, okay, personal conduct, behavior, actually able to evaluated by an accepted standard of appropriateness for a social or professional setting. So in short, we can say, okay, to determine that we have good manners, okay, or not, okay, there are three main elements. Number one is we have ability to conduct ourselves. We call as personal conduct. And number two is we are able to display our good behavior when we are dealing with others. All right, we go to the next. Okay, uh, there are a lot of factors that may influence your manners. Okay, means that there are a lot of several factors that may influence, okay, whether we have good manners or not. Okay, so by looking to this point, there are several factors. Okay, number one is family, number two is religion, number three is peers, number four education, and last is media and technology. But the question here is, when we make a comparison among these factors, which one actually be the most strong, most dominant factor to determine that we have good manners or not? So I think all of us strongly agree with me. We pick that the religion must be a strong factor to determine that we have good manners or not. Because actually, religion provide to us the best way, a proper guideline, how to build up our good manners in line with religion faith. Because actually, good manners actually uh, refer to the reward, a punishment. Okay, so by having good manners, okay, we should gaining a reward, okay, from the creator. So okay, the rule of religion actually provide to us the best way how to build up our good manners, especially when we are dealing with our creator, and then when we are dealing with our friends, our people around us, and last when we are dealing with our nature. All right, we go to the next. Okay, okay, there are something useful to be shared by us. Okay, which is we can refer to what Prophet Muhammad, okay, saying, emphasizing to us, okay, as narrated by Abu Hurairah. Abu Hurairah actually is best companion, best companion to Prophet Muhammad. Okay, Abu Hurairah has reported that he said from the messenger of Allah, okay, the believers who show the most perfect faith are those who have the best behavior. And the best of you are those who are the best to their wife. So what you can say about this statement from the Prophet Muhammad as narrated by Abu Hurairah. So I think the best point from this statement from Prophet Muhammad, be the best indicator for us, which is the best person among us actually, who among us has a best good manners. Okay, so the best person among us, okay, reflecting to somebody who has having a good manners. All right, we go to the next. Okay, and there are also something so useful for us from Prophet Muhammad as narrated. There is a piece of flesh in the body. If it becomes good, the whole body becomes good. But if it gets spoiled, the whole body gets spoiled, and that is the heart. So what do we can say from this statement is to build up our character, okay, with good manners. Okay, the first organ that we have to build up is our heart first. Means that to determine that we have good manners or not, we have to purify. We have to purify our heart first. So uh, the meaning of heart here, not obvious hearts in our own body, but hidden heart. It related to our soul, our desire. So actually, our heart in our hidden body be the king at any kind of our actions. So how to create a good manners? Okay, in our action, okay, there are no option at all. We have to purify our heart, because by making a purification to our heart, it be a strong factor to create good manners when we are dealing with our character, when we are dealing with our people around us, and last, when we are dealing with our nature. All right, we go to the next. Okay, okay. Uh, okay. This is also something so useful and very important to be shared for us. Okay, there are a lot of characteristics be the best indicator of having good manners by looking to the best model. Okay, the best model, a great leader here is referred to the Prophet Muhammad. Because actually, as you know, the Prophet Muhammad be the greatest of any leaders at the world. Okay, because the Prophet Muhammad actually be the successful leader because he leads, okay, people or human, okay, to be success not only for our world life but for our second life, which is our here after life. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, we can learn something so useful for the purpose of creating good manners for us. Okay, number one is Prophet Muhammad display to us the kindness, despite aggressions, kindness. He always display a kindness, whether to to his family, to his neighbors, to anyone around him, as well to his enemy. And next is he never became very angry or rude. Always be patient. Always be patient. Never became very angry or rude. Okay. And then he had a sense of humor. Something be positive when we are dealing with our friend. We make them happy with us. Because we make a good model from Prophet Muhammad. And then he was a man of peace. Okay, man of peace. Okay, and then he was so kind towards to children. Okay, that's why when we are dealing with children, we have to respect to them. Okay, display something that be follow. For children. And his regard for orphans, always be a good serving for orphans. And his pleasant attitude means that everyone around him be so convenience with him. His respect for women, and last he's so generous to all kind of people with regard their background. The Prophet Muhammad always be generous for them. So uh, okay what we are sharing here about some characteristic of what we can see here is about good manners from Prophet Muhammad. We can put to ourselves. All right, we go to the next. We would like to discuss about manners in certain situation. How we can say our good manners in certain situations? Okay, so as you can see here, there are certain situations to determine that we are able or not to display ourselves by convincing the others that we have a good manners. As you can see here is during discussions and debates. During discussions and debates, if you have trouble understanding some of what has been said in a meeting, restrain yourself until the speaker finish, and then gently, politely, and with proper introductions, ask for clarifications. Don't interrupt a person talk. So, what you can say about this means that during discussions and debate, please be a good listener to the others. Okay, before we are talking. Okay, before we are talking, before we are emphasizing any points of our point of view, we should be a good listener for the others. So after finishing their points, we start to display our point of views, because there is be a good indicator to determine that we have a good manners during discussions and debate toward someone among us. All right. We go to the next. Next situation is about the art of listening. The art of listening. Okay, if a person start telling you or your group something that you know very well, you should pretend as if you don't know it. And then don't rush to reveal your knowledge or to interfere with the speech. Instead, show your attention and concentration. So what you can stand about this? Refer to the art of listening. Means that if you have something that your friend share with you, actually you know already, what something that your friend telling to you, you should respect to them as if you don't know anything. Because there is one way how you display your good manners for you. And last, you get something be useful for you because you display something make them happy with you. All right, we go to the next. Okay, next certain situations to display good manners is about talk in a suitable tone. Okay, if you speak to a guest or any other person, whether in a gathering or alone, make sure that your voice is pleasant. Okay, with a low audible tone, raising your voice is contrary to proper manners and indicates a lack of respect for the person to whom you are talking. So what we can conclude about this? Okay, about talking in a suitable tone. Okay, means that okay, if we want to speak something to our guest or somebody among us, okay, please use a proper voice and please ensure that our voice is so pleasant and make them so convenient with us. We allow an audible tone. Okay, I believe that everyone among us, I emphasize again, everyone among us can do it. What's something that we share here about talking in a suitable tone. All right, we go to the next. Okay, next certain situation is about greeting. So if you enter a room, greet everyone inside. If you want to shake hands with those present, start with the most eminent, the most knowledgeable, the most pious, or the most reputable. Don't overlook the most distinguished or most eminent and start with the first person on your right. If you cannot decide who is the most reputable, if those present happen to be of comparable status, then start with the elderly, for they are easier to recognize. So what you can say about this? Okay, so before we are greeting someone who are sitting among you, okay, you should know how to read your guests. Okay, how do you read your guests? Okay, at that place. Okay, you must know. You cannot enter that room and suddenly you make a shanghai, okay, without looking who be the first guest that you should shake hand with him or her. Okay, so in a short word, okay, about this greeting, before you go to the room, before you enter the room, or you go to any place, you go to somewhere, you want to make a shake hand with them. Okay, I want to emphasize here, you have to know who actually your guest, okay, at that place. Okay, who actually your guest. All right, okay, so by doing this, okay, we able to display and convince, okay, people around us that we have a good manners. And last, all the people around us will respect to us. All right, we go to the next. Okay, certain situations, okay, to display a good manners is choosing a seat. Okay, choosing a seat. So sit where asked to by your host. Okay, so where you go to somewhere, you go to the meeting room, you go to the house, somebody, maybe your friends, okay, you must solve, okay, what is the choice from that, okay, that meeting owner, house owner. Okay, so you have to consider, okay, you have to consider their option for you. So as you can see here, sit where asked sit where asked to by your host. Don't argue with your host about the place. Okay, please don't argue. Okay, if somebody refer to any honor, to room meeting, okay, to house, okay, you are given a special seat, maybe you're not so satisfied, okay, please don't argue, okay, because you have to respect, okay, who actually honor for that place. Okay, so please don't argue. Okay, if you don't argue, somebody among you means that you are able to display that you have good manners. Okay, so again, I emphasize here, don't argue with your host about the place where they wish you to sit. Means that, okay, you have to receive, you have to accept. If you sit where you want, you may overlook a private area of the house, or you may cause inconvenience to the house resident. Okay, so something that you avoid. If you disagree with your option when you are given a seat, okay, something not so good will be happen. As you can see at the last point, you may overlook a private area of the house, or you may cause inconvenience to the house resident. So I think all kind of this risk we have to avoid in terms of having good manners. Okay, and then next situations to display good manners is respect and favor the elderly. So recognize the status of the elderly and give them the respect. Okay, so you have to know who actually your elderly around you. Please recognize their status, and then when walking with them, walk slightly behind. Walk slightly behind because you have to respect to them. Okay, walk slightly behind to their right, and then let them enter and exit first. Okay, so you give to them, okay, a good chances of opportunities. Let them enter and exit first, and then if you meet them, greet them properly and respectfully. Okay, uncle, good morning, uncle, very nice to see you. Oh, you make somebody respect to you. If you discuss something with them, let them speak first. Okay, and at this time, please be a good listener. Okay, let them speak first and listen to them attentively. Pay your full attention and graciously. If the conversation involves debates, you should remain polite. Means that you're polite. Okay, you convince them that you have good manners. Display your calm and kind-hearted. Please and avoid to injure someone else among you. If something like debate happen at that time, and last, and you should lower your voice. Please lower your voice. Lower your voice. Okay. And last is never forget to remain respectful. So never forget to remain respectful always and forever. We have to respect the others. And last, okay, okay, we get something so useful from them. Okay, if you display any kind of good actions to your friends, to people around you, okay, that kindness come back to you. So how to get this kind of kindness? Okay, you have to display, and you have to start first, and you have to respect first, okay, to your friends, to any people around you. So all kind of these features, okay, we call as we have good manners. All right. And last, we want to talk about the benefit of good manners. Okay, yeah? Okay. So I think anyone among us can deny there are a lot of benefit of good manners. As Doctor shared already with you, if you do something be a good for someone else, actually you do something useful for yourself. Because lastly, okay, you get okay a lot of kindness from people around you. So as you can see here, there are a lot of benefit of good manners. Okay, number one is if you apply to people and then you consistent. Okay, polite to people must be consistent. Always must be consistent and following proper manners guidelines. Okay, so benefit is sorry. Okay, so benefit is they are much more likely to do the same. Okay, as Doctor emphasized just earlier, if you make something good to someone else, okay, the reward from you actually you deserve to get okay that kindness. Okay, number two, professional manners get positive attention. Professional manners here means that if you want to do something when you are dealing with others, you have to consider your action whether somebody among you agree or disagree with you. So we call professional manners. You consider by your knowledge, your considerations, okay, because by having professional manners, you are able to gain positive attentions. Okay, and you have to remember skill on the job are important, but knowing how to do the work isn't the only thing expected for you. Okay, so for the second point, we have to understand well that we are able to make our life be precious, okay, if we can put our manners at the top in any kind of our action when we are dealing with others. All right, we go to the next. Be kind to the customers, increase sales. Okay, show your customers your good manners by speaking to them politely and giving them an opportunity to express their needs, and you are more likely to earn their future businesses. So in any part, in any field of our daily life, even be a business, even we be a businessman, okay, we have to convince our customers by displaying to them a good manners, okay, because it is something that can increase your future business. And last, okay, being polite to your friends will keep them calling. Always and consistent. Be polite. Be polite. Be polite. Sincere to your friends and consistent. Will keep them calling you. They will call you because why? Because they trust to you. They love to you because you convince them by displaying your good manners. And then when your friends know you care enough to have good manners with them, they are more likely to include you in activities and events. Okay, so by displaying a good manners and you convince your friends, okay, please believe, okay, you be one partner of them, you be one their partner in all kind of their activities and event. So I think that's all our sharing and our discussions about manners and positive values for our leader for part one. And I hope something that I share with you uh, through this video, okay, be useful for you as well, for me. And next video, I want to continue our discussion and sharing about manners and positive values for a leader for part 2. Okay, thank you so much for viewing and watching this video. I appreciate all of you. Okay, all the best from me. Okay, thank you so much. See you at the next video. Thank you. See you again.